Life Begins at 250 is about how one of the 5 250cc Pro League motorcycles from the stable of Bajaj, KTM and Husqvarna could be your first serious motorcycle, showing you the way to the world of pro riding. And to do that, we invited 10 seasoned Indian riders to ride 25,000 kilometers in 25 days around India. The KTM 250 Adventure is one of the most balanced and purposive motorcycles to come to India. From its versatility to the perfect 250cc displacement that makes it perhaps the best motorcycle to learn the tricks of the off-road trade. With off-road ABS, long travel suspension and a large front wheel, it is a motorcycle that can deal with nearly anything one can throw at it. After all, it has to justify its modern Dakar rally-inspired design. Yet despite all its off-road prowess, it is an accessible and nimble motorcycle on the tarmac. A thoroughbred off the road and a perfect touring machine on the road. It doesn't get better than that. Covering 2,500 kilometers in southern India on a KTM 250 Adventure is Anny Arun. He is an avid motorcyclist and has a penchant for adventure riding. Being acquainted with motorcycling for around 10 years now and having explored trails all around India, Arun has clear thoughts on what he needs from his motorcycle. He likes them punchy, tough and ready to take him everywhere his whims take him. In simple terms, he loved the KTM 250 Adventure and its go anywhere attitude.
Hi, my name is Arun Kumar, also known as Anny Arun. I'm a motorcycle adventure rider from Bangalore and also Bangalore. I've been riding around Karnataka and around India as well from last 10 years on my motorcycle.
With the KTM 250 Adventure's broad operational spectrum, Anny Arun will cover 2,500 kilometers in southern India and show you why life begins at 250.
Hi, good morning. So we are starting the day first of the life begins at 250. So all excited. This is the first day of the next 10 days of ride all around probably like coast of Tamil Nadu and from down there and then towards the Western Ghats of Kerala.
Arun will ride the KTM 250 Adventure from Bangalore to Madikeri, covering places like Pondicherry, Dhanushkodi, Thenmala, Vagamon, Thodupuzha, Valparai, Kinnakorai and Mepadi before coming back to Bangalore. Arun started his ride from Bangalore and made it a point to start early so as to beat the traffic and hit the highways as soon as possible. And after the first few kilometers on open roads, he could already tell what a stellar motorcycle the KTM 250 Adventure is. Ergonomically comfortable, geometrically steady and powered by a smooth yet powerful engine. His next stop, Pondicherry. Exploring Pondicherry was a lot of fun too. Pondicherry is a popular tourist destination because it still retains much of its colonial ambience with its many churches, buildings and statues from the time. But being in Pondicherry astride a motorcycle like the KTM 250 Adventure and not going to the beach is a sin. A sin Arun was in no mood of committing. And what a revelation the 250 Adventure was on the beach. It is such a sorted motorcycle to take off-road and it is such a good teacher. In the words of Arun, all you have to do to make the most of the 250 Adventure on a beach is to engage the off-road ABS. Let the rear slither around as the larger front wheel keeps you upright. The geometry and the balance of the motorcycle are so good that you just have to tell it where you want it to go and it obliges. After having loads of fun in Pondicherry, Arun was off to Dhanushkodi. Dhanushkodi is a beautiful town at the southeastern tip of Pamban Island. If enjoying quiet settings with only the soothing sounds of waves crashing on land is your thing, this is a great place to unwind.
The 250 Adventure is something for someone who has like bit of motorcycle, you know how to ride but you want to start buy a new bike to start a serious motorcycle, the touring and want to do some soft trails and like a highway touring and where you want to munch miles as well as go for places, explore new places, go for long tours, go for multiple days of rides.
But there's ain't rest for the weary, so Arun was now ready for the part of the ride he enjoyed the most: trails, forests, water crossings and more. He was ready to make his way to Vagamon with a brief visit to Thenmala.
The life begins at 250s on the 5th day today. Today onwards we should be doing some trails. So we have plans to do few of the trails around here. There is Urumikara, there is Ulupuni.
With all that Arun had learnt about the KTM 250 adventure so far, he had the confidence to really go hard at the trails he found around not only in Vagamon but Thodupuza, Kinnakorai and Mapari as well. The KTM 250 adventure has a sharp design, but its form takes away nothing from its function. From its larger front wheels to its longer wheelbase, and from its long travel suspension to off-road ABS, it is a machine to chew up trails and spit them out. The ergonomics also supports your shenanigans off the road. While standing up on the pegs, the handlebars are easy to reach and the tank provides ample leverage to steer the motorcycle using your legs. It can take everything you think will push it to the limits, ascending dirt trails, rocky descents and everything in between. Features like an upswept exhaust, engine guard and toothed foot pegs not only deliver on the design front but also on the function front as well.
Good morning. This is the almost day 10 of my ride. I'll be from here actually heading to Bangalore. What a crazy mad fun it was. We were covering I think almost most of the south parts of India.
After covering a good chunk of southern India, Arun's time with the 250 adventure was coming to an end. He was ready to return to Bangalore, but not before a short rendezvous with Madikeri. The fun Arun had off-road almost made him forget what a delight the 250 adventure is on the road and in corners. It was tough for Arun to part ways with the 250 adventure, but during the 2,500 kilometers, he was able to prove that 250cc really is a sweet spot for people to take up serious motorcycling. Motorcycles like the 250cc adventure ensure that the newer riders have enough wiggle room to learn, and in that sense, it is a very forgiving motorcycle. It is always ready to answer the call of the wild and makes for a rewarding experience. And with the 250cc Pro League, riders have other options in the 250cc category as well. Arun may well choose the 250 adventure, but for those who want something else, the 250cc Pro League with its different offerings is equipped to cater to that as well. To know about the other 250cc Pro League machines and their riders, head to xBhp.com/lifebegins@250.